When are you getting married? Your biological clock is ticking. Maybe you're too picky. You'll regret it when you're older. Sound familiar? I've heard them too. And yes, they sting. But at 35, I can honestly say I love being single. Not as an excuse, but as the truest reflection of how I live. This isn't about proving singleness is better. It's about honoring your own rhythm. Today, I want to share why I love being single at 35. First is the freedom to choose myself. For me, freedom is about personal pursuit. My goals no longer orbit around pleasing anyone but myself. And that shift feels like finally coming home. I've learned to enjoy my own company, to clap for myself when I win, and to comfort myself when I fall. And with the stability I've built, I have the privilege to pause, to explore, and to reinvent myself. Being single at this age gave me the space to finally step into the version of me I once only imagined. A woman I can honor, cherish, and carry proudly into the years ahead. As Bell Hooks once wrote, knowing how to be solitary is central to the art of loving. When we can be alone, we can be with others without using them as a means of escape. And that is why I am grateful for being single at 35. Second, finding my people. One of the best gifts of being single is realizing that love shows up in so many forms, not just romance. For me, it's the space I now have for friendships. Long dinners that turn into therapy sessions, spontaneous road trips, and late night talks that heal more than they hurt. When I look around at the women who laugh with me, check on me, and cheer on me, I realize I was never really alone. I've also started seeing my family in a new light, not just as parents or siblings, but as human beings navigating life for the very first time, just like me. That shift softens my heart and fills me with gratitude for the years we still get to share. And when it comes to love, I no longer chase. I don't cling. I've stopped tying my worth to whether someone chooses me. Love isn't something you should grip tightly out of fear. It should flow naturally, like breathing. And that is why I am grateful for being single at 35. Third, space for self-love. Singleness has given me that space, the room to sit with my own heart, to peel back the layers of old wounds, and to whisper gentleness to my younger self. There is a quiet strength in knowing you can sit in silence and still feel at home. Whether it's buying flowers for myself, journaling at night, or saying no to things that drain me, each act of self-love builds confidence that no relationship can replace. I pour into myself now the way I once poured into others. And along the way, I've learned one of life's tender lessons: to unconditionally love myself. As Jay Shetty said, no one will ever love you the exact way you wanted to be loved, because that is your job. And that is why I fell in love with being single at 35. Lastly, clarity about what I want. At 35, life no longer feels like a race. I've released the need for approval, the restless need for applause. The only validation I seek now is the one that comes quietly from within. This clarity isn't clouded by someone else's expectations. I no longer confuse loneliness with settling. I no longer say yes to people just because I fear running out of time. I see now that love, marriage, or milestones don't measure my worth. My alignment with myself does. Today, my ambitions come from my own drive to grow, not from the pressure to make someone else happy. And these are the reasons why I love being single at 35. So at 35, I may not have the picture perfect story society expects, but I have gained freedom, independence, healing, and wisdom, and that feels enough. Marriage, love, or singleness, life isn't a checklist to complete by a certain age. It's a series of seasons, and each has its beauty. If I ever look back, I know I'll smile. Because this was the season I became the woman I always wanted to be. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me. If anything here felt true to you, may it remind you that you are never walking this path alone. Take what resonates and let it water the parts of you that are ready to grow. Love, Solera.